Today we're going to talk about exporting your file types. Now you and your client are going to need dramatically different files depending on what you're using your files for. So for example, if I'm putting stuff on a website, I know I need a specific file type. If I'm going to print with it, I may need a different file type. Your main file in Illustrator is an AI file. Your client is not going to have a clue what an AI file is. They barely understand what a JPEG is, much less an AI file. So with that being the case, you have to simplify things for them. So the first thing we need to do is create a document. So hit New File or File New up at the top. We're going to go over to where it says Print, and we're going to choose the option that says Letter. Now you can use whichever measurement you want. I'm using inches on mine. Change the name of this file to Export so we can see what we're doing. And I want the artboards to be 3. I want 3 artboards for this. Now your color mode, your raster effects, things like that, that's dependent on what you're doing as well. So if your item's going to print, you need CMYK. If you're going to the web or something digital, that's RGB. If you are getting printed out and you have images or pixel-based images in your illustration, you need to have higher resolution so you don't see those pixels. So keep that in mind as well. If you've got what I've got, hit create down at the bottom so that we make that artboard, please. So here we have 3 artboards, and I want you to do something specific to these for me. I would like you to make a rectangle over one of them, and I would like you to color it whatever color you would like. I'd like you to copy that over and make that a different color. So whatever colors float your boat is perfectly fine. Just make sure that I have 3 different colors, one for each of the artboards. Once done, I want to grab my type tool and I'm going to click one time and type the number 1. I'm going to make that dramatically bigger. I'm going to cover my artboard with a 1. I'll duplicate that over, make a 2 and a 3. So rename those 3 and 2. This is just so we can get a visual of what we're actually exporting, okay? Now, if I were to save this document right now, so I go to File, Save As, it's going to ask me if I want to save on my computer or to the cloud. It's up to you and what you're doing. If you're saving to the Creative Cloud, I'm going to click on that. It'll save it right here to your Creative Cloud. It should move between any computer you go to. It should stay right here for you. You now have access to it at all times, right? I'm going to hit cancel on that for now, and I'm going to go back to File, Save As, and this time I'm going to choose Save on your computer. Now, when you're exporting a file and you're actually sending it to somebody, you need to save that file to your computer so that you can send that file to them. So we're going to look at where we save. Now, this is going to be different on a Mac or a PC, but it's not that different, okay? So over on the left-hand side, I'm going to find where I'm going to save it. So that's always the most important thing. Where are you saving this? You can save it to your desktop. You can save it to your documents. You can save it to your downloads. I don't care as long as you know where it is. So I'm going to go to my exporting folder here. Now, if you're on a Mac, there's typically an option down here at the bottom that says make a new folder. So you could make your new folder right there if you would like. Now it's going to come in named export. That is the name of it. It is an AI file. So on Mac it'll say .ai at the back of this. Don't erase that .ai. Leave that. Your file type should be an AI file type. It may say format instead of save as type. Either way, same thing. So once you've got that, hit save. Now, it's going to pop up these Illustrator options. Most of these are perfectly fine. Just hit OK. Good. Now, in your exporting folder, you will now have a file that's called an AI file. So inside of my exporting folder, I now have a file called export. And it is an AI file type. It'll have that little orange AI. It'll say Adobe Illustrator at the side. It also gives a date and time when it was modified. Again, on Macs, it'll look a little different, but all of the things are still the same. So let's go back to Illustrator, and this time I want to save a different file type. So I'm going to go to File, Save As. I'm going to save on my computer again, Because I just saved it into my exports folder, it should go right back to it. Now under save type, there are different options in here. So your clients very often will need a PDF file. That's a portable document format. That is one of the most common file types out there and one of the main ones used for print. So if you click on Adobe PDF, it'll now save it as a PDF. When you hit save, it'll give you options for your PDF. Now, if you're just saving a standard PDF, you can save it right here, move on. You'll be fine. But you can also kind of play around with the different options here. So if I mark all my printer marks, anything you're sending to a printer will give all the information that printer needs to create this, cut this, to make sure your colors are right. Under General, there's an option here that says View PDF after saving. I recommend always checking that so that you see what you actually made before you send it out. So I'm going to check that and I'm going to hit Save PDF. Now, once I've done that, it's going to open up that PDF, and I want you to recognize that it saved each artboard as a different page. So it's not just an artboard, these are also pages here. Around the edges, you can see the different marks that the printers may need, whether it be registration at the bottom, your colors on the left, or your crop marks up here at the top left where these bullseyes are. This helps your printer out. You won't need it, your printer likely will. I'll exit out of that and we'll go back. Now, if you want to save your vector work, but you don't have Adobe Illustrator on other computers, some other programs also use vector work, and it may not work with an AI file. If that's the case, you're going to go to File, Save As. We're going to save to our computer, and this time we're going to look for an option that says EPS, Illustrator EPS. That's going to save all your vector lines, paths, anchor points, and it's going to allow people to utilize those at a later date. So if I hit save on that, I will now have my EPS. Just hit OK right here. You're good to roll. EPSs are larger files, so they do take a little time to export and to send to people. Now, what if I just want images of this? What if I want this to be a picture, a JPEG, something I can use on a website, something I can use to show my client what I'm making? Go to File, and instead of Save As this time, go to Export down here towards the bottom. Export is where all your other file types are. So I'm going to go to Export As, and I'm going to look at the different options it has here. There are a number of file types here. So in this setup of file types, I can see PNG, that'll give me an invisible background, but it'll be raster based. So if I zoom in, I'll see pixels. JPEG is right here. SVG is another version of a PNG. It's just for vector graphics. TIFF may come up occasionally. And Photoshop document. You could say this is a Photoshop document. So these are some of the basics, right? But they all kind of function the same way. So if I click on JPEG, if I were to save this as a JPEG right now, it gives me options for JPEG, how much quality I want, what my resolution is, whatever floats your boat. Hit OK. Now the issue with exporting like that is if I don't click the right options on my JPEG, this is what it's going to come in looking like. It's going to be one image, but it's going to show all three of my artboards and this blank space down here at the bottom right. This very clearly is not what I was looking for, right? So let's go back and do that the correct way. Go to File, Export, Export As, and this time I want to click on the option down here at the bottom that says Use Artboards. So you can see it right here. I want to use my artboards as where I'm supposed to put things. I can choose how many of my artboards, so if I only want 1 and 2, I can change the range right here if I'd like. But when I hit export on this, it's going to give me the same options. I'll hit OK. But when I go and look in my file, I now have each one of these as their own export, their own individual JPEG. It used the artboards and it said that's one picture, that's another picture. So when you're exporting multiple JPEGs, multiple artboards, make sure you check that Use Artboard option. So what did we cover today? We looked at our different files and file types and what they're good for. We looked at where to find them in the main menu under File, Save As, or file export as. We looked at the different options that pop up with our exports so that things export correctly. Your clients are never going to know what file types they need. It's a very rare moment where I have a client that knows what an EPS is and knows that they need an EPS to print what they need. So when working with these different things, make sure that you send your clients all file types. When I send my clients the package of their final work, I like to put different file types in there just in case. Because what I don't want to happen is for them to go to a printer 3 months from now, not have the right file type, call me, and have me remake that file to send to them. I want them to be prepared when they walk in to print things. I want them to look good. I don't want them to look foolish. And not having the right file types might make them look foolish. If that happens, they're less likely to call me and offer me more work in the future. If I've made them look dumb, they're not going to be happy with me, right? So make sure you're exporting the right file types at all times. Make sure you know what file types you need to export. So that's your daily dose of design. If you found this at all helpful in any way, shape, or form, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. That helps me out and it helps you in continuing to build your creative toolbox. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one.